In accordance with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everybody, Giant King Mark here, and welcome to part 14 of Let's Play Ash of God's Redemption. Last we left off. Well, Thorn managed to make it to the Marsh Watch in order to go on ahead and speak, and well, he found his daughter Gleda, who was teleported all the way from Ursus to there, and he figured that he found his son Mach might be at the White Tower, right over there. Looks like we're gonna have to go through the secret pathway if we want to actually reach him that fast. Meanwhile, we're playing as Lo Pheng and on our way to the Triple Menhir, or rather the Roaming Menhir. We ended up meeting a new monk named Alice? I think his name was Alice? Yeah, Alice. Who... Let me just swap out... Let's swap out Dune for him. Who we saved from some galleons to be sacrificed, but nearly died because of the Reaper curse. We had to give up one of our men here and basically forsake our clan to save our life. So now, we're going to continue on the wooden road to the Triple Menhir. Now, yesterday I kinda got a bit upset over what was going on with some friends of mine on Ark, and a lot of things were said that I cannot take back, but we were able to, talk about it, and we came to an understanding. So, yeah. Disregard practically everything I said yesterday. I was not in the right mood. Shouldn't have really been streaming there. You see a merchant in the distance, looking like a donkey burdened with bundles. You approach and realize the poor fellow is Roar's countryman. The merchant rushes to hug Roar and assails him with questions. The merchant laughs. He tells you how the gals robbed him near Tissot, how more gals robbed him near the Tipsy Well, and how he's trying not to get robbed again while taking his goods to the nearest port. He can sell you something if you wish. Let's buy something. The merchant nods and smiles, agreeing to sell you some of his stuff. I'll do it, only because my countryman follows you, but I won't tarry. So find what you need and we'll go our separate ways. We got 14 grand and like 14,000 gold. I think we can spare some stuff. Ooh. Let's grab this. Grab this Strix earring. Ooh, that'll be good. Might as well grab some of these. There we go. We just bought out his entire stock. Now, let's head to the Galleon Altar. Continue down the wooden road. Something towers in the distance, giving off the sweet scent of decay. When you reach the strange landmark, the reality is worse than you feared. The man-made structure in the middle of the steppe is tall as 4 men, and made from poles and spears bound with rope. Naked, mutilated human bodies have been impaled on the poles. Some have had the skin ripped from their faces. The sight makes some of your companions sick. Reed slowly walks around this macabre structure. It's a new sanctuary. 24 corpses in all. Some were skewered alive. You can see scratch marks on the bark of the poles. The lower tier are all gals, but I can't see who are above them. I would take at least 100 gals to do this. Maybe more. I've never heard of a rite like this. It's sheer madness. You wonder what to do about this strange building. Search my memory, maybe. Reed walks around the structure again. It almost looks like a tower. It took several days to build, and look, there are fastenings for more poles and corpses at the top. The galleon tracks fan out in the directions, probably going to fetch more building materials. Reed leads over them. The language is Gallian, written in Frisian runes. It says the demon's tower shall be constructed in 10 days. That's a tier a day. And that all roads are to be blocked while live bricks are harvested for construction. Oh god. How do we do this? I mean, burning it seems like the best option for me, but... let me check something. You know, it's been kind of choppy here lately. Plus I was playing Smite and I had occasional glitches, but that might just be because they're trying to fix something. Let's see. Right. Panel barrier site. This is new, I say burn it. Or maybe hide and wait it out. That's great. You spend 2 days waiting for the gills to disperse. Fortunately, you've had enough food and water to last you. When the high learners stop mulling about the structure, you continue on your journey. Huh? Probably should have killed them, but burnt it then. Just off the road, you hear shouting, barking, and muffled growls. You investigate and discover a huge wolf tied to a tree. Its muzzle and its hind legs are secured by a fishing net. Several Gillian women hurl rocks at the animal, prepared to set their dogs upon it. A man holding a torch tied to a long stick thrusts it toward the wolf. Roar scratches his head. That's some foul sport. It's good for dogs to fight a wolf once in a while, but not if it's bound. That's outrageous. Seizing the animal in surprise, you slowly draw your sword. Let's free the animal. Silence falls over the little glade. The Gillian women huddle together and the children run into the bushes. The man tries to save his dignity. You look back at your companions. Could this wolf confess to the location of its lair? No, then what's the point in torturing it? Gil's eyes are full of hatred. It was killing our cattle! You feign surprise. Then why didn't you kill it? To teach it a lesson? Trying to make the wolf swear that it'll never kill cattle again? The Gale grabs a stake from the ground and snarls menacingly. Remind me, why is some squinty-eyed shelp ordering the gals around? Let's threaten him. The Gallian woman run away screaming. There should be a point to everything, you tell your companions. Nourishment, survival, or enrichment as means of avoiding poverty. But a beast's suffering is pointless. This bastard's suffering is pointless. At least when the other bastards can see it. Can't see it. You put the wheezing Gale out of his misery. They really need to fix this, honestly, because there was some... I think there were some bits we missed. I think we nearly wounded the Gale. Oh, am I missing something? A small procession turns onto the road ahead of you. Mules and half-dead nags drag 2 overloaded wagons. Judging by the color and shimmer of the powder covering their sacks, it's salt. The cargo isn't what interests you. It's the strange-looking vandals driving the horses. Around here, you expect Frisians. Hey, Squinty! Interested in some cash? The vandal sitting next to the first wagon's coachman disdainfully asked. We're delivering an order of Chinakoma, the temple advisor. He pays good coin for salt, which he uses to preserve human flesh and blood. He buys people too, dead or alive. You only need salt for dead ones, so if you have anyone for sale... A part of me just wants to kill these guys, but also another part wants to basically say screw it. Let's kill the vandals. The vandal gives you a scornful look. What do you mean, it never arrives? I'm licensed by the temple, I'm untouchable. You dart between the 2 wagons, then look back to watch the slashed bodies tumble. A warrior of peace doesn't honor temple licenses brandished by scumbags. Regardless, it'd be a good idea to search the bodies. Yeah. You travel through uninhabited lands, unkept trees and bushes lined the roadside. Without warning, Reed throws her bow, quiver and travel bag down and bolts to one of the trees. Several people lie motionless by the tree, gravely wounded or dead. Reed fusses over them for a while, then gets up and signals for you to stay back. She returns carrying 2 colored braids decorated with strings that she's cut from the corpses. She doesn't say anything, but her eyes swim with tears. Her lips tremble as she breathes in ragged gasps. Let's talk to Reed. I know that one cannot bring back the past, Reed says in response to your stare, but you can still see it. One of the men killed near that tree was my childhood friend. He and his companion were murdered by Ensis, the very people that they came to rescue and free from their curse. Thanks for the silence, Icon. As you wonder how to comfort your companion, she suddenly starts humming the same song she did in Woden. Somehow, her voice grows stronger, instilling confidence in all who hear. Good. We're almost there. Something's happening on a roadside ditch. It's happening in the roadside ditch. It sounds like wild dogs have cornered a hog. You hear growls and a muffled squeal. You get closer and it's no hog. It's a fat, middle-aged Frisian, desperately kicking out the dogs. He doesn't stand a chance. Your companions try desperate to chase the pack away. Let's intervene. You turn around, deflect the Frisian's blow, and slice his head off. Seeking gratitude makes you vulnerable, you say as the head rolls away. Better to not seek it, because you'll still manage to get some now and then. Search him. Oh, that is messed up. Now let's go to the Wooden Road. So yeah, about my friends and I. Well, we had a long talk after the after that little outburst and stuff. I lost most of the dinosaurs. I lost both my dragon and the fluff raptor I had. I still had the tech parasaur, however, and the griffin. And yesterday I also tamed an Argentavis. So they helped me out with that. I just had to ask. That was the one thing I had to do, just ask. I blame myself for not asking. A column of smoke rises from behind a low hill. You scoot around and discover a roadside hut engulfed in flames. Children scream inside and a Gallian woman thrashes about while a bunch of Frisians idly watch and exchange banter. The Roman Inquisitor's description of the icons comes to mind. Attack the Frisians and summon your companions to rescue the woman. Alice nods and tries to get past the Frisians. When you attack, Alice darts to the burning hut. Well, we don't have Alice. Dune, welcome back. Okay, Rune of Wisdom. That'll be good for Reet. Rune of Speed. Get that one to Dune. Silver Necklace. Let's give it to Swarty. Let's go. But we had a long talk about why they kind of kicked me out of the clan, but it was more like a bit of an in exile until I'm sufficient enough to actually do some stuff. Though the ironic part is that they actually went to my area. They wanted to use my area where I built my little hut because they need to have a safe place to build a greenhouse. Every time they try building a greenhouse, I think they couldn't build a greenhouse where they were because of the fact that they keep getting attacked by something. I could either help taming that wyvern or mini wyvern though. Well, Pheng's just a killing machine at this point. He doesn't need anyone, he's just a badass in the general. But we had a bit of talking, a bit of heart-to-heart moment, and we were able to come to an understanding. I'm still not back in the clan yet, in our group yet, but it's a start. They did help me out with the Argentavis, and they were also building some stuff we're gonna need for the greenhouse. We're gonna need a lot of it, actually. We're getting Weejo berry seeds too. Plus, we also need to build the defenses, but one thing at the cliff base, but one thing at a time. One day I will return back to them. I mean, I can't exactly use anything until I get back into the group, but I'll get back into the group one day, hopefully. I did actually debate on sending back Ark in the mail, but I didn't want to go through with it. But honestly, I really didn't want to go through with it because I did like the game. Even if Eric decided to basically put that tariff on my dinos until I got them back. I just thought he was being a jerk. But, this is Eric. He usually does stuff like this almost all the time. But still, those resources he was gonna have to make me give, I'm like, I am not a slave. I don't want to be a slave to them. Thankfully, I only got the dinos I tamed, which include the Griffin and Argentavis and a Parasaur. A big Parasaur to be specific. I actually tamed that one all on my own. But now, we're gonna have to build up that. We're gonna have to build up the greenhouse where I am because, like I said, It just keeps getting attacked. I got no idea how or why. I think it might be the wyverns or something from up there. If that's the case, we really need to build up those defenses. But first, greenhouse. Dang it. I think I have to have all the battle off to use this. I mean, I could just get by using this. I hope Alice got those people out. I heard that Turok, the first two Turok games are coming to PlayStation next week. Or, I guess, this week. Well, Monday, I guess. So I'm very curious to know if this is going to be good, because I haven't played Turok in a long time. Oh, dude. It's a picture of someone's character playing Subnautica, and it's hilarious. Hello, viewer. But I really am excited to that Turok coming back. I mean, the first two games are being ported over to PlayStation, which I don't think has ever happened before. Cracked Emerald, Back in Time, and Time Acceleration. Ooh, this is gonna be good. After the battle, you watch the house collapse in on itself. Alice listens to the Gallian woman nearby. According to her, the Frisians were extorting her before setting fire to her home. Now she'll have to plead with distant relatives to take her in. She hands you a strix-encrusted pendant to show her gratitude. Look at the pendant. It's reap time, you hear yourself say. Keep it. It can save the children. Take turns wearing it. We have to go now. These Frisians weren't providing for themselves, you say this to no one in particular. They were having a lark, and paid for it. As for the children, sometimes it's not what you've done, but what you didn't do that disrupts one's inner peace. That is frighteningly accurate, honestly. But we're on our way to the Triple Menhir. I wonder if I should really call it more the... I should just basically call this the Triple Menhir episode. You hear footsteps behind you. A band of Frisian soldiers is marching in the same direction as you are. There are no commanders, but their crossbows are at the ready. You need to make a decision quickly. Show restraint? The Frisians catch up with you. They seem wary, but never confront you. For long, you disappear into the hills ahead. You ignore your companion's looks until you're sure that the danger has passed. They did not attack us, you patiently explain. Legend has it the Icons practiced some sort of martial arts even before the Shadow Clan was formed. Its main maxim was, the best fight is one you can manage to avoid. That's, pretty good thoughts. You notice a prostrated merchant near a dry well at the roadside. Prostrated merchant. Let's see. Several bundles lay near him. He's alive but exhausted. Stealing his belongings would have been a warrior of peace, but you can't trade with an unconscious merchant. Let's bring it to his senses. It turns out that his horse fell and he hit his head. He managed to bring the sacks down to the well, but when he saw there was no water, he got desperate. He's very grateful for your help and gave you a small strix for your trouble. You can also trade with him now. Good. We got some cash we need to spend anyway. Ooh, not bad. Guard's ring, pearl necklace, Datrum stem, strix pendant, temple ring. Let's grab the strixes. One can never go wrong with more strixes. There, that'll be enough. Alright. back to the triple Menhir. You set up camp, using the rare moment of calm to reflect upon your recent events. Sitting with your hands on your knees, you let a stream of thoughts carry you. Reed fixes her eyes on you as you travel forth. Does she realize what you've sacrificed to save her? You didn't seem to give up some of your strength and skill. You did something utterly unforgivable, betraying your clan, your kin, and yourself. You've betrayed the warrior who's paid for this stone with his life. He imbued your body with a modicum of his power and skill, yet you never knew his name. His spirit had inhabited many bodies throughout the generation of Shadow Clan warriors. Reminisce. The exuberance was mixed with horror. Could the Reapers feel the same? Shadow Clan wisdom says that the Reapers began as ordinary humans, but the transformation overwhelms them with power and hatred. Why such hatred? They are not brought up in the way of the Shadow Clan warriors. Jesus Christ, this line is long. Just fixed. Yes. Go. The Drowsy Deep is a very peculiar location. 700 years ago, a great battle was waged at the Triple Menhir, turning the deep into a lifeless desert of bones that crunch under their horses' hooves. Nobody can linger, thanks to the poisonous air. Yet, here you are, riding towards the three Menhirs. 3 sacred stones peek over the horizon. Pilgrims call them the fingers of the gods. The Palian scans the wasteland ahead. I see Commander Norse is still in position. Or is it someone else? Hard to tell. I've seen warriors loitering by the sacred stone, but it's not a whole legion. Thank the gods. Is it true that all Menhirs become poisonous during reaping? I hope my commander didn't touch just one. Reed dispels your doubts. These are the Enses, the warriors of the Menhirs. They appear only in reap time, and they are dangerous. Once they've reached their sacred stone, there's no use talking to them. They'll kill anyone who approaches. The Vision Commander is likely already dead. Can we try to negotiate with them? The Enses remain still, staring at you, but when you move to the side, they block your path like a living wall. The message is clear. They won't let you pass. You have no choice but to fight. Well, let's level up then. Focus. Increases up at 42. Not bad. Reflexes, long spear, sway tip. Ooh, that's actually good. Dang it. That's useful. Alright, with you. Let's grab lunge. Doom. You get athletics. Having you able to walk faster is good. Okay, now for the items. The cracked emerald gives me plus energy, but max health. Pearl necklace would be good. No, Pheng can use that. The Turum stem. Give it to you. Cracked emerald. Yeah, we can make him a glass cannon. And we can swap Aurora out for Alias. Alright, let's see about this. Okay, let's see. Time acceleration, circle age, vampirism, great sacrifice, prayers to the god of war. Why would you do that? Rancor. Yeah, I think we're good with this. Burning souls. Exchange. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, let's go. I could have got some uneven experience from doing it, from burning that pile of bodies. Alright, let's just go ahead and just watch it from here get annihilated. Oh, tumbleweed. The internet's been slow over here lately, I don't know why. I'll wait for the second turn and see if you can access some of those cards, because I haven't used them lately. If you're only caring about the story, you just put this on auto battle and just watch. Having a healer is a good option. I think my friend's just having a picture posting spree on our Discord. Dang! I wasn't able to do it fast enough. Oh wait, did I just do it? It's really well mad with the Ensigns, because really I could just kill them in less than a second. Read. I mean, I couldn't really abandon Reed to her fate. Oh yeah, man. Sorry, I just cracked my neck. Okay. Dang it! Why did you go for Reed? And Strix is in gold. And more level ups. Good. In the aftermath, Roar addresses you. The commander, Norse. He's done for. These outlanders caught him and his guards down. He didn't have the money he promised. He tricked me. We should leave now, Icon. The Frisian legions approach from the north. They will not be happy to find us here. You step to a witchblade shard. The swords have lost power with the deaths of their outlandish wielders. Unfortunate. They would have made fine trophies. One of the Ensign still lives, reports Reed. He was wounded in the skirmish with the Frisians. He's unconscious, but I can heal him. He will help us, trust me. Kama has a minor injury. You do not have much time, you say coldly. I would not concern myself with the wounded. You promised me a shortcut, remember? I remember everything, and I will not forget, she says, frowning. Okay. So, looks like we have a new Ents. So we can't talk to Swarty or Kendi, or Kama, that new Ents we got. Let's start with Reet. Do you need me, Icon? This Ents' name is Kama. He's still weak, but he can walk, and he will recoup quickly. He'll fight for us. Why should I trust it? The Ents are the servants of the Reaping. However, the magic that binds them isn't very strong. I can lift the enchantment. If it's so easy to recruit servants of the Reaping, why is anyone doing it? The Frisians, the temple servants? Why do they not control the Enses? They do control them. The Reapers in the temple control the Enses. Do you think the Reaping comes like a storm? The Enses are poisoned, but some of them are not completely seized by madness yet. They are few, but they can be saved. You can recruit an Ents that has not yet lost its mind? Only if he's not hostile. And only if there's no Reaper present, as well as no Menhir nearby, or if it's been soaked in blood. Then, if I'm lucky, I can recruit them. The Kimura held Enses in shackles for weeks to remove the enchantment. With Kama, we're lucky so much blood has been spilled here already. The Menhir's powers have waned. You are a great sorceress. I'm the finest healer and weaver of spells in my family. And even though I like to pore over ancient manuscripts, I'm also a warrior. Kama is no longer susceptible to the Reaper's enchantments. Where did they come from? Same place as the Menhirs. Kimran wisdom likens the Enses to bees. Their hive came with the Menhirs and landed somewhere in Hale. To these bees, the Menhirs are their flowers, and every reaping is springtime. They awaken from their slumber and sting. Why do they wear the masks? Different people have different customs. Why wear breeches? Because it's expected. In the Enses' homeland, the sun is scorching. A mask protects the face and terrifies the enemy. It is your responsibility now. Yes, mine and mine only. The Kimura descend from Enses. We're children of incest. Kama brings fresh blood. An Enses' lifespan is short. In 2 or 3 years, Termina will devour all of them that still live. Do you want him to sire your child? Who is this fresh blood for? You? That's not your concern. How to go about this? You're right. It is not my concern. No, I'm not looking for a father to sire a child. I wish to speak to it. Keep in mind, I sense dishonesty easily. I want to end this episode, but I feel like we need to talk about our new friend here. I brought him up to speed and explained that we're going to Barkana and that we are companions by chance. The Ents saw part of the fight and he's in awe of your sword skills. If you want to ask a question, I'll translate it for you. However, the Ents will soon master our tongue. Why are we unable to... Why do their swords not obey us? The Ents listens to Reach translation and speaks several words in reply. His voice is odd, too soft for a man. These swords were the gods' gift to the Ents. See the rings on their fingers? They control the swords. Trying them on would be a waste of time. These swords are like hands. You can sever them, but you cannot graft them into another body. How did they get here? The Ent listens to Reach translation and gesticulates in surprise as he replies. He does not know. Just yesterday he was under his homeland's scorching sun, guarding Menhir, much like ours. Today he finds himself here. He's confused, but he believes that it's all the will of the gods. Why are they here? Kama seems to guess your question before we can even translate it. They must protect the Menhirs and pour blood over them in libation to fill them with power and appease the gods. If the gods deem the sacrifice sufficient, they'll grant these lands to the Ents. I have no further questions. Kama starts speaking almost immediately. Pressing a palm to his chest, he points at your companions. He claims that I lifted a veil from his eyes and that the skies were ablaze in his homeland. It could happen here as well. He hopes to stop some of his kin and that he's ready to fight them if need be. Why does he wear the mask? The Ents wear masks so that the servants of the gods do not know their faces. These servants are called the Umbra. We call them Reapers. They're too dangerous, even as masters. The Ents want to preserve his true self. Let him come with us. He understood you, Icon. And we now have a Ents in our group. This is gonna be a long day. But I will call it here for today. That was a long episode, slightly a long episode, but I think we did good. We reached the triple Menhir and we found an Ents. Kama. Just remembering Kama from the Fate Grand Order, and like the names sound a bit familiar, but we got a new companion. We've reached the triple Menhir, but we're still on the long way of getting the shortcut. But so far we were able to... You did some good work. But until then, I'm Dragon King Mark, and next time on Let's Play Ash of Gods Redemption, we're going to find out where this roaming Menhir is. Acquainted with our new friend here, the Ents, or Kama. We still got the others to talk with, but I'll save that for next episode. My throat's starting to feel parched anyway. Until then, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and I will see all of you next time. Laters.